The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race has officially concluded for Martinsville Speedway, and we see Christian Eckes put up a dominating clinic and win another short track race. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race from Martinsville Speedway, the Long John Silver's 200. We got quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So at the start of the race, you had Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside, and Christian Eckes on the outside. And Christian Eckes got a fantastic start and was able to clear Ty Majeski for the lead. He would dominate the early portion in the first caution race, come out lap 29, when Thad Moffitt spun in turn number 3. We never really saw who got into him potentially. It just looked like he might have spun. Then during the caution, Dean Thompson, Bailey Curry, William Swalch, Cam Waters, and Timmy Hill all came down pit road. So then on the restart, Christian Eckes lead the field from the inside and Ty Majeski on the outside. Jack Wood got loose off of turn number 2 and spun out, but was able to continue going. But Christian Eckes pulled away, and coming out the final corner, Christian Eckes would win at stage number 1. So during the caution, Christian Eckes, Nick Sanchez, Tyler Ankrum, Jake Garcia, Caden Honeycutt, Chase Purdy, Roger Groove, Matt Mills all stayed out while the rest leaders came down pit road. Ty Dillon got a speeding penalty, Steve Malazzi got an overall too soon penalty, and Lane Riggs had a terrible pit stop. So then on the restart, Christian Eckes lead the field from the inside with Nick Sanchez on the inside, and Nick Sanchez had a bad restart with Christian Eckes clearing for the race lead. Then on lap 66, the third caution race to come out for Tanner Gray, who got turned by Matt Crafton in turn number 2. They basically got loose, and Matt Crafton said something got stuck. I think he said the steering got locked up, and basically he spun out Tanner Gray, bringing out the caution. Then during the caution, I think Matt Crafton came on the radio and actually apologized, but also during this caution, Nick Sanchez and Roger Groove came down pit road. So then on the restart, Christian Eckes lead the field from the inside and Chase Purdy on the outside, and Christian Eckes got a really strong restart and was able to clear for the lead. And then another caution would come out lap 75 when Lane Riggs spun from 16th position after contact from Jack Wood. It just looked like Jack Wood completely spun into the back of Lane Riggs. During the caution, Matt Mills, Dean Thompson, Corey Am, Cam Waters, and Jack Wood all come down pit road. So then on the next restart, you have Christian Eckes lead the field from the inside and Chase Purdy on the outside, and Christian Eckes got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. And then with 4 laps to go in stage number 2, Daniel Dye got in the back of Spencer Boyd, and then unfortunately Lane Riggs had nowhere to go, and Spencer came up to the racetrack in the lane, bringing the caution out. Terrible luck for Lane Riggs there and nowhere to go. Daniel Dye being way over-aggressive in this race. And that would end stage number 2, with Christian Eckes coming off the final corner and winning stage number 2. So during the caution, Christian Eckes, Chase Purdy, Tyler Ankrum, Dean Thompson, Sammy Smith, Jake Garcia, Caden Honeycutt, Bailey Curry, Ty Dillon, Timmy Hill would all come down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside and William Swalch on the outside, and we saw Ty Majeski get a great restart and was able to clear for the lead. You have Christian Eckes, who was starting to move forward as well with fresher tires and got into the top 10. It was almost inside the top 5 before the next caution came out lap 174 when Caden Honeycutt spun from 17th position trying to get around Daniel Dye. He unfortunately spun himself out, bringing the yellow out. Caden just made a little bit of a mistake there. So then under caution, Ben Rhodes, Jake Garcia, Cam Waters, Sammy Smith, Matt Crafton all came down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside and Nick Sanchez on the outside, and Ty Majeski got a really strong restart and was able to clear for the race lead. And then with 55 laps to go, another caution would come out. Ben Rhodes got in the back of Grant Enfinger, who basically got Grant loose, and Dean Thompson got hit really hard into the outside wall, bringing the caution out once again, unfortunately in Dean Thompson's day. A bad move on Ben Rhodes' part, way over-aggressive there in my opinion, and caused the caution. So then on the next restart, you had Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside and Nick Sanchez on the inside. And Nick Sanchez got a great restart, but Ty Majeski was able to clear back up and get the race lead. And then 43 laps to go, another caution would come out for Brett Holmes and Justin Carroll spinning in turn number 1. And NASCAR would call Caden Honeycutt to the garage into the trailer after the race. So then on the next restart, you had Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside with Nick Sanchez on the outside, and Christian Eckes also got a great run and got up second. But then there was another caution for Jack Wood, Cam Waters, Jake Garcia, and Lois Allen, who were involved in a multi-car incident on the backstretch. Looked like Raja might have got a little loose, and a bunch of people got jacked up there, bringing out the caution. So then on the next restart, you had Ty Majeski lead the field from the inside and Christian Eckes on the outside. And Christian Eckes got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the lead, or actually got clear. And they also saw some really fantastic and great racing for a few laps between Ty Majeski and Christian Eckes. And then the caution would come out once again for Lane Riggs, who spun off of turn number 2 after contact from Grant Enfinger. Grant Enfinger just completely sent it in there, and Cam Waters and Jake Garcia had nowhere to go, and both got a ton of damage in the wreck. So then on the next restart, you had Christian Eckes lead the field from the inside with Ty Majeski on the outside, and Christian Eckes got a big, fantastic restart and was able to clear Ty Majeski for the race lead, and Nick Sanchez dropped back to second. And then the final caution in the race will come out with 11 laps to go when Stuart Friesen got spun by Grant Enfinger going into turn number 2. Stuart Friesen just completely got jacked up, and they basically got turned because of it. I don't know what Grant Enfinger was trying to do there, but he completely dumped Stuart Friesen, and Matt Mills had nowhere to go and basically had a ton of damage. So then we got to the final restart with 3 laps to go, with Christian Eckes leading the field from the inside with Nick Sanchez on the inside, and we saw Christian Eckes get a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. Ty Majeski tried to close his way back in to get to Christian Eckes, but it would not be enough, and coming out the final corner, Christian Eckes continues his really strong dominance on short tracks and picks up his second win of the 2024 season and his 6th win since joining McAnally-Hilgeman, I believe his 7th or 8th career Craftsman Truck Series victory. Christian Eckes looks to be one of the strongest drivers so far in 2024. He had to fight his way back up to the front and put up a really strong performance at the end of this race and gets a well-deserved win in my opinion. He had the best truck all night long. Really great to see the 19 team go to victory lane tonight. They were the most serving team. They led over 140 laps or over 100 laps in this race. They were the truck to beat all night. Congratulations to Christian Eckes on picking up the win in the victory. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the race results. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So Christian Eckes picks up the victory. Ty Majeski finished the second. Great run for Ty Majeski. Saw a comeback too because he fell as far back as 4th or 5th near the end of the race. But still, second place, great run for Ty Majeski. He was someone who I thought was going to be a contender. He led the second most laps. The only one that really had anything for Christian Eckes most in the evening. Great run in second place. Chase Purdy finished the third. Fantastic run for Chase Purdy. A much-needed run for the 77 team. Has kind of struggled, been up and down so far this year. A fantastic run for Chase Purdy in 3rd place. Great run for them. Nick Sanchez finished the 4th. A bounce-back week for him after a couple races that have not gone well for the 2 team. A really great comeback night for him. He finishes in 4th. Tyler Anger finishes 5th. Again, a very solid, consistent run for this 18 team. A couple weeks ago, Coda, they kind of struggled, but they still finished really strong tonight. Again, just as consistent top 5s and top 10s will easily get him into the playoffs. Great run for Tyler Anger in 5th place. Taylor Gray finished his 6th. Solid top 10 run for him. Had a pretty solid performance. Ran top 10, top 15. Struggled early, but they made that truck a lot better. He finished his 6th. Roger Crew finished 7th. Had some issues early in the race. Struggled in qualifying, but to get another top 10, really continues the consistent runs he's had so far this year. He's only had one finish outside the top 10. A great run for Roger Crew in 7th place. Ran top 10 most of the evening. Sammy Smith finished 8th, was kind of struggling, but for the most part tonight, I was a little surprised how much he was off in this race, considering that 7 Trucks had some good pace and speed this year. A little disappointing run for Sammy for his standards, but he still does get a top 10 finish, all things considered. Caden Honeycutt finished 9th. His night was very interesting. Had a couple incidents he was involved in, but at the end of the day, he does come home with a top 10 finish. I thought Caden was going to have a solid performance tonight, and outside of the issues, he clearly had a good run in 9th place. And Corey Heim finishes 10th. Worst performance all year long for Corey Heim, and he still gets the top 10. It continues his top 10 streak he's had so far this year. I think he had a top 3 or 4 truck. He was my pick coming in the evening. Never had the truck to contend for the win, but he definitely got a top 3, top 4 truck most evening, and just got freight train at the end all the way back to 10th place. Mason Massey finished 11th. Great run for Mason Massey, who legitimately got up there. He ran top 20 live this race and gets a very respectful 11th place finish. Great run for Mason Massey 02 team, who struggled a lot of the season up to this point. Matt Crampton finished 12th. Decent run for him. Not a fantastic run, but a decent run in 12th place. Dale Dye finishes 13th. Decent run inside the top 15. Ben Rose finished 14th. Been a little bit of struggle for this 99 team so far this year. I don't think Ben Rose is a championship contender, and I'm still a little uncertain if they're going to make the playoffs or not this year because running 14th like they've been, not great for this organization. Lane Riggs finished 15th. If you would have told me that Lane Riggs, after all the stuff that happened to him tonight, getting spun 3 times, that he was going to bounce back and finish in the top 15, I would have thought you're crazy. Great recovery for this team. Lane Riggs definitely had a top 5 truck, in my opinion, if not a race-winning truck. He was one of the few trucks that could contend with Majeski and Eckes all evening. He never really got a chance to show it because his pit crew and getting spun. So, though, he does recover to get a top 15. Nice bounce back, all things considered. Tanner Gray finishes 16th, Bailey Curry finishes 17th, Jack Wood finishes 18th, Stuart Friesen after dumping Timmy Hill on the last lap, he finishes 19th, and Timmy Hill, who is mad at Stuart Friesen after the race, he finishes 20th. Jake Garcia finished 21st, continues his kind of disappointing season so far in 2024. Grant Enfinger, who was really over-aggressive tonight, he finished 22nd, disappointing night for him. Ty Dillon finished 23rd, just continues a very disappointing performance. He was running in the top 20 most evening. Apparently, he had a restart violation near the end of the race. That's why he got penalized. Disappointing for Ty Dillon, who once again has still not gotten a top 10 in the first 6 races of the year in trucks. He finished 23rd. Disappointing night for him. Brett Holmes finished 24th, Spencer Boyd finished 25th, William Sawash has a disappointing night altogether, he finished 26th, Thad Moffitt finished 27th, Stephen Malazzi finishes 28th, Matt Mills finishes 29th, Cam Waters finishes 30th, was running in the top 20 a lot of the evening in his debut. He does have another race scheduled according to multiple reporters. He does have another race scheduled for this year. He finishes 30th. I think he will run better when we do go to Kansas. I just think he had a lot of bad luck this evening. Lost Allen finishes 31st, Justin Carroll finished 32nd, Dean Thompson after crashing out finishes 33rd, and Blake Lothian finishes last in 34th place. So now let's talk about the overall racing as a whole and I'll give my score thoughts on today's race. Honestly, I thought the racing on the long green flag runs was definitely very interesting. Sure, Christian Eckes had the dominant truck, but you could definitely pass. But I will say it was a little harder than normal. But the one thing is that with it being how cold it was at Martinsville, there wasn't a lot of rubber that was being laid down and there wasn't a lot of tire fall. But I think there was some decent racing tonight. But unfortunately, I do have to drop the score of tonight's race just a little bit because there were way too many cautions in this race. I think there were, 12 cautions altogether in a 200-lap race. That's a little bit excessive in my opinion, and we nearly ran half this race under caution. Again, a little excessive, but I thought the racing at times was good. I'm going to give tonight's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race overall, I'm going to give this race a 7 out of 10. There was good racing tonight at points, not fantastic overall. 7 out of 10 is my score for the Truck Series race. Probably the worst race we've seen in trucks in quite a while this year, probably since, I'll be honest, Atlanta. It wasn't a fantastic race. I think there were too many yellows in this race overall. So, that is going to be it for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race review from Martinsville. One thing, guys, for watching, please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support our Patreon as well. Link in the description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your score in the comments below, and congratulate Christian Eckes on picking up the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, I have my first silly season update of the NASCAR season dropping. I've got the pole winner video dropping, and I've also got the Xfinity Series race review and the SVG video coming tomorrow. And then you're also going to see the Cup Series race review Sunday and the starting lineup video dropping Sunday. Got a ton of great content dropping on the channel that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching tonight's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, buddy.